Okay guys, welcome back on the RCA. This is part 5. I was hoping this series wouldn't be this long, but it's going to end up that way. Just wanted to do some follow-up from what we showed in part 4. We ended part 4 by looking at this horizontal oscillator tube and some of the potential problems we may have had there based off the readings we got. And what I have done is I've went through and checked all these resistors in the circuit of the horizontal AFC, which at first I thought maybe was having an impact on the horizontal oscillator because it's obvious that the oscillator is not running on the right frequency. And most of the resistors in the circuit here are checking okay, are certainly well within tolerance. This cap right here, which is C94 in the schematic, and it's one of those old black beauties. I'm real suspect of that cap. Let's see, where's he at here? Let me get my pointer right there. That .022 cap is real suspect to me. And then the other thing I didn't show you in part 4 was this horizontal hold cap. It electronically measures okay, but I'm not sure about this piece here that controls the actual control inside of here. So I wasn't sure if I was making any correction using the horizontal hold control. At first I suspected this was bad electronically, but I can't find any reason. It's measuring 24 ohms, and according to my SAMs, it should have 20 ohms of resistance. So I wouldn't think that would cause the oscillator not to run. So the next thing I took a look at was, it's apparent the oscillator wasn't running on the right frequency. So how about the horizontal waveform lug right here? So what I did was took my little tool and started messing with that, and here's the result. I was able to get the oscillator to start running. Now that's not a very good picture, and it's upside down because I have the yoke in upside down, so that doesn't look too cool. And I know that's really hard to see. It's hard to, let's see if I can get the camera to, it's really wanting to correct for the, but you can see I've got horizontal lock now. It's not very good, the picture's not very good, but I suspect I have so many bad components down in here, particularly these 3 old Bumblebee caps. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those is not completely open. And of course, there's a lot more resistors to check in here, but so far the resistors I've checked have not been bad. So, but that doesn't mean anything. There's probably some that are not very good in there at all. So anyway, the prognosis is the same. We're gonna have to pull that board out. There's just no way around it. To get this TV functioning the way I want it to work, it's gonna have to come out. Okay. Okay, guys. Just one more quick look before I yank this tube back out and we start the grueling process of going through that PCB board. I know it's hard to see, but I just wanted you to get a look at this. Not only is that image upside down, but there's a split image, a double image, which is just an obvious sign of caps, bad caps. It's almost like the caps aren't even in the circuit. This is something that you would typically see if you forgot to put a cap back in that's should be in the circuit. So that's telling me again, those black beauties, those things are bad. They've got to come out. And I think once we get that board out, get all the caps changed, get the resistors checked, and we put this back together, it probably should produce some pretty good results. So, all right, when I come back, we'll have this thing torn back apart. Okay guys, got the picture tube out now and the bottom of the set off. And for the first time, we can get a really good look at this PCB board. And I've taken, probably 30 reference photos. And I'm getting ready to draw a picture of what I see. But what I'm going to try to do is there's some bolts here for this frame. There's solder connections like this right here that actually hold the board to this frame. And you can see here's some things I'm going to have to desolder. And then there's screws on the other side here that actually hold the frame to the chassis. So and there's another look at that problem area that I was showing you. This blue wire is going to have to be replaced. This is going to have to be seriously looked at and cleaned up. That's a real mess down in there. And then you can get a good look at the black beauties I keep talking about. And I believe that's a filament dropping resistor right there. I have to check him good. So there's 4 or 5 of those black beauties still in here, and then there's some other of these brown orange drop caps that I'm real suspect of. And of course there's a lot of resistors in here to check. But what I'm going to try to do is get this board desoldered and free from the main frame with minimal disconnections and see if I can manipulate the board around without taking every one of these wires off. I feel like a surgeon that needs to ask for a scalpel to start this. This is going to be quite an undertaking if I have to disconnect all these. Some of these wires go through the board and then solder on to the back. They don't have the little terminal like this one. So this is going to be a real bear. And so what I'm probably going to do is just go ahead and upload this showing this video, this segment, do all this minute soldering. What I will do is upload this video now, and then you guys will know where I'm at. And as I get something going that I think might be interesting to you, I'll film that for the next segment of this series. So that's what I'll be doing. It'll probably take me quite a while. I'm expecting to be working on this for a couple of weeks, actually, with the amount of time I have to dedicate to this set. But so I want to get something up so you guys know what's going on. But anyway, that's going to be a real booger. But it's got to be done. There's another one of those. Man, they had those all over the place in this thing. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now, and stay tuned. It may be a while before the next video comes out, but you can be rest assured I'm working on it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.